Did you guys know Kid Cudi spelled backwards is I duck dick? And if you play this album backwards, it might actually sound better. You just got roasted, Cudi. All right, let's play a theme song. We are talking about the latest album from Kid Cudi called Insano. This is the ninth studio album from the psychedelic alternative hip hop artist. Also, it's his last contractual album with a major label, Republic Records, who have been putting out his albums since the debut album Man on the Moon back in 2009. So you guys get excited when new Cudi comes out like his Erasure fans do, or what?
No. He hasn't been hot since Day and Night.
What about you, Mitch?
Yeah, I really with Cudi. Pursuit of Happiness was like the first thing I probably ever heard from him. That was like the anthem for anyone who was smoking weed while they were in high school at the time.
And for me, I share the same thing with Mitch. I get excited when a Cudi album comes out, but as usual, this album is like an hour plus long, heady ride filled with hazy, weed-inspired production, layered with his signature auto-tune moaning vocals. Lyrical topics range from his personal mental health and inner demons to his overconfidence and his outgoing party lifestyle. So in other words, Cudi's gonna Cudi. This album also has a share of guest artists, starting with DJ Drama on the opening track, Often I Have These Dreams. He's more of the hype man of the album, right?
Definitely. It's the DJ Khaled of this.
That's the closest thing you'll get to the comparison. He's not all over the song repeating himself. He just goes on the intro, the beat drops, Cudi starts flowing. As soon as that opening track hits, I'm with this. During like the spoken word part, there's like an interlude where he's like explaining his recurring dream of falling and flying through space and the sky. And I was thinking like, I think that's kind of a metaphor that translates to another time I was high.
Yeah, like typical Cudi.
So I guess we should mention some highlight tracks before we get to the negatives. When we get to the second song, Keep Bouncing, really gave me like this Timbaland vibes from the heavy bassy beat to that like Timbaland songs would do, those ad-libs peppered through. You literally gotta like bounce to this one, just like the chorus says. The other song that they have the word bouncing is this song called Most Ain't Dennis. I was feeling those songs. Did they bounce for you, Tyler?
You even have to ask. Of course they don't.
Did you like the Keep Bouncing song, Mitch?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was all right. It sounds like it was made for the club party type vibe.
Yeah, that's going to be a common theme of this album, I think.
Yeah, definitely with this.
It's a song called Wow, features A$AP Rocky. And I'm like, oh, Mitch is a fan of A$AP Rocky. Let's find out his thoughts. What did you think of his contribution to that song?
I thought it was really good. Wow, I liked more than Bounce. I feel like there was similar vibes with the repeating one word. But with Wow, like the first time I was listening to it, I was already like halfway through the song. I was like, wow. Getting along. I'm like, all right. I'm rocking with this.
I thought Trevor Scott being on the album was a no-brainer. Their chemistry, like their whole trippy production style, it was a good idea to have them both together on this album, like throughout. And I think the one song that we can agree on is At the Party.
I fucking love that song, bro.
With that song, we get Pharrell on there doing his falsetto vocals on the hook. So the whole hazy, synthy notes alone is hypnotic enough. Both Travis and Cudi, they have the similar flows. It's a welcome combination, just like the liquor and shrooms at said party that they're talking about. Tyler, what are some songs you even like kind of casually enjoyed on this record?
So the first one that buttered my biscuit, as it were, is Electro Wave Baby.
Oh yeah, that was good. Yeah,
it's solid beat, solid sound design. In my mind, I could see us playing at like a flash mob-esque kind of like apartment style building. The next one is A Tale of a Night, and something about gangsters and rappers going to a Ren fair. In my mind, it just stuck, and it's just like, you know, on one side they have like traditional Ren fair stuff, and the other side they have like rap battles, and it was the funniest thing in my mind. Let's see, I have a note here for Too Damn High, because my girlfriend is a huge fan of Doja Cat. I picked up on the composure of the beat, sounding near similar to her song Cybersex, except it's more like a synth mechanical kind of version. And also, I like this last song just because it has such a great title, Funky Wizard Smoke. It's that beat, man. It's just that solid beat.
You got to have more nerd titles in your songs, Cudi, then you'll get Tyler's attention. So I don't think Kid Cudi is known for his mind-blowing lyrics, because when you say a line like everybody want to talk shizit till they get punched in the lizard, punk bizit, it's not really profound bizarres, but he makes up for it on this song, Freshie, which goes hard. It's harder than a cement covered erection. And this is like tear up the club, blast in the car with a good subwoofer, as well as my pick of the best song on the album.
I mean, it really does go hard. And in the beginning, it samples Busy Bone going off. Big fan.
Best song on the album, right?
Like you said, the beats like went off on every track.
Tyler, I'm surprised on one song that you didn't mention as a standout. You don't have anything to say about Mr. Kula?
Not really, no.
Because I only like trap music. I tolerate it, I should say, when it has evil vibes. So having the Halloween theme to open the song, I was like, all right, I with this. And as a horror movie fan, Tyler, I'm shocked that didn't even grab your attention. So, Mitch, I think we should get on Tyler's level and start talking about the negatives of this album.
Yeah, at least I'm gonna throw out like one of them right now, just because I feel like I gotta get out of the way.
Okay.
X and Cud.
Oh, I'm shocked, because now we're getting into where the album segues into like this despondent emo rap vibe with the song before that called Torture. That's where Cudi goes for his woe is me approach with the somber pianos in the arrangement, and he leans more into his traditional auto-tune moans. I say when he does it way too much, he sounds like a masturbating evil spirit. Not only is like the mood emo SoundCloud rap, but I've also noticed there's a trend now where artists are like just digging up deceased musicians to feature them on their albums. The song you're talking about, X and Cud, features the late emo rapper XXXTentacion to add some few vocals. So, Mitch, why is that your low point for this album?
Well, the thing is, like, I like X's music a lot. Was he a great guy? Not really, but yeah, I was excited to hear it. I wanted it to be a little bit more like hype. I liked when X like used to go like crazy on, but I mean, they're working with whatever is left over, I guess, from stuff that he had recorded before he passed.
Zombie musicians, that's what's going on, man. They come back from the dead to record with artists and apparently not impress you. But I thought both songs give some variety to the album. I kind of can't complain about that. My only complaint is Lil Yachty on this song that Tyler mentioned earlier, Too Damn High. He says this part in his verse where he says, he heard I his BM, that's why he's off us. And I'm like, that is disgusting. But then I realized, I think BM in this case stands for baby mama.
Yes.
Okay.
In bowel movement?
That's what it usually means?
No, not anymore.
Oh, I haven't got the memo for that. Yeah, that's my only complaints. I feel like if we ask Tyler, he has a whole scroll to go through. But you want to cut it down to maybe 5 minutes of venting?
Yeah, just give us a whole AVGN rant about it.
Sucks diarrhea dick. It's just the majority of this album in my eyes is just kind of run of the mill. Like, I don't know, it just sounds stale. It sounds been there, done that. Nothing new, nothing innovative. Again, it's not my cup of tea. It's never really been my cup of tea because I don't drink tea. There's nothing entertaining in my eyes about this album except for a select few songs, and even then they're not the greatest. Like, if this album was a spice, it would be flour.
So from Tyler's perspective, is this album was probably really long for you. And it's weird for me, the opposite. I'm like, for an album that has 21 tracks, I really couldn't find any filler on this. Even the shorter songs like Get Ya Gone. I thought the song you talked about, Electric Wave, maybe was good. It was kind of like a 80s synth wave mix with dance hall elements. And it even samples some of Ace of Base in there. Not to listen to Ace of Base or anything like that, because that'd be weird, So let's make that clear. I don't listen to Ace of Base at all. But yeah, I thought it was a really spacey, enjoyable vibe the whole way through. So let's do it like this. We will not keep anyone in suspense. Let's go with Tyler first for his final thoughts and rating, then Mitch, then myself.
Suffice to say, from context clues, I wasn't impressed by the kid's latest efforts. was rough to get into. It was hard to stay focused. That also might just be my ADD at play here. You know what? I'll be generous. I'm giving it a skip this.
Aw, so kind.
All right. Well, as I've stated multiple times, I'm a fan of Cudi's. I've been listening for a minute now. But yeah, with all that said, I don't think that this had to be over an hour long, even though, you said it felt like it went by. Even though it's not bad music, I was still like, this seems like a lot, especially the last 3 tracks sort of blended together for me. I really with the beats, really cool production, but again, I wish it was a little bit more of that atmospheric, spacey sort of vibe. I really like that he does. But yeah, I mean, it was still fully enjoyable album for me. I think it's a high download this.
Okay. Kid Cudi claimed that this project is the most powerful thing he's ever produced, and it's going to be album of the year. And I can't confidently co-sign that first statement, but as of now, this is the best album I've heard in 2024. And this album hits in the club, hits at the house parties that Mitch was mentioning, even hits like if you have a car with a good sound system in there. Now, the length makes it a little time consuming, but it ranges from engaging to pleasant background music during like a smoke sesh. So I'm gonna give this album a buy this. If this is the last album for Republic Records, he ended his contract on a high note. Now, what did you guys think of the latest Kid Cudi album? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And as Cudi would say, walk in a party with a drink, act like your poop don't stink.
Like and subscribe, folks.